Yeah, I mean, who's it not pretty for? What does that mean? Some people it's pretty for. I happen to like it, and but no, I mean, yeah, it's you. It's I think it's a reflection you see in it in our league. I don't know what all happened today throughout the league, but we're playing really good people. They're going to make plays. We're going to make plays. We're going to get got. They're going to get got. Turnover is going to be a part of it. Struggle is going to be a part of it. Having to overcome, you know, uh, you know, bad things is going to be a part of it. The team that can figure that out is going to win. So I don't mind in any way, shape, or form, winning that way. No apologies here. Proud of our guys for their fight.
You use the word toughness and you use the word sheer will to describe keeping Alabama out of the end zone. Where do those qualities come from? I know it's more than that, but where do they come from?
We got a bunch of young men that were raised right.
How do you finish those drives?
Again, I think that we've recruited a lot of really tough guys that believe in themselves and in each other, and certainly in how we do what we do. We try to put a lot of stress and pressure on them constantly as we develop our team. And at the end of the day, man, the guts and the will and the edge and the belief that comes from our players, and we try to create vision for them. I think it kind of starts with that, and then it's belief, and then you got to be willing to kick the door in and take the action that it requires, and be the one that kind of lines up, get nose to nose, and it's about competing to win, and everything has magnitude and everything matters. So our players have really bought into that, and they haven't flinched. When the fire is raging and things are looking a little desolate, man, they have responded several times this year, and they certainly have the last couple of weeks when it mattered the most. So just have a lot of respect for our players. I thought they put respect on, again, our brand again this week, and for this program, for this team, 131, and certainly in this conference. I thought they represent themselves in an incredible way. Yeah. Did he do that last year? It was huge. Yeah, I mean, you look at the game; it comes down to the one possession there. So yeah, that was critical. Huge play. They're in an empty set, and we're kind of showing a double mug look, and a different call from a year ago, but they got the protection wrong, and they threw the ball quickly. Kip was unblocked, and our guys were ready for it. We're in a zone concept, so they had zone eyes and saw the ball coming. It's huge.
You talk about struggles and overcoming those, especially today. You guys have had your fair share of up and downs the last couple of years, but what does it say big picture about this program and these players that you've invested in to make it get to this point and get to this next level?
Yeah, man, I just, I'm so appreciative of, again, we've been talking about some of the foundational guys that this is year 4, several that this is year 3. There are several guys that weren't here through last year as well, and but they chose to come here, maybe when it wasn't quite as popular, and I just have great thanks and gratitude for the belief, staff as well. A lot of coaches have lots of opportunity to leave, and these are a group of people that chose to stay and did believe, and this is just the tree's judged by the fruit, and again, we're 8-2, so there's no trophies being awarded and things of that nature. So I just want to be mindful of that. But man, it says a lot, and I'm not surprised by the guys that maybe were here last year, and again where we're at right now. And we had to do some convincing with several other guys that are part of that in the locker room as well. So just have a great appreciation. We got great support. Our administration. None of this is possible without great support and vision by the leadership in our administration. As well. And it's one body, but it's many parts, and we all need each other. And so it's just a moment. We'll celebrate for just a little bit. Like I said, go right back. And we talked about this last night at our team meeting. Regardless of what happens, man, we got a great really good Missouri team coming in to Norman next week for 11 a.m. kick, and we're going to have to go right back to work. But this is a group that, man, has continued to respond. The leaders on this team, as I said a week ago, have just, man, enough's enough. And no excuses, no easy way out, no, hiding in the training room or, putting themselves, on the sideline. And so I just, that part, kind of deep down, I have a lot of appreciation for that because I know, how easy it could have been, a year ago for that to happen.
Have time for just a couple more.
Coach, how special is it? We heard the team playing Dixieland to let Sweet home in the locker room a minute ago. How special is it for this team to be able to come into this kind of environment?
Yeah, they've worked really hard for it. So again, I'm not a boastful or braggadocious kind of guy, but man, I'm going to brag on our guys, and they deserve it. It's a hard fought. They've put a lot into, this opportunity, and we've created vision for that. So I got to follow through. I'm like, hey man, this is what victory looks like. This is how we're going to do it. And I want to see you guys, dancing and carrying on, just having some joy, in the moment. And I think it's too easy to, kind of go on to the next one and not have an appreciation for the moment in this world, and maybe all the bad things that show up on the stat sheet too. We'll get to that when it's time, but that was fun to watch them having some fun.
Okay, last to Adam and then Jesse.
Yeah, Brent, they go down and take the lead on the touchdown drive. What adjustments, if any, did you guys make defensively just for the rest of the game, including obviously the last series?
Yeah, we just got, again, I thought our coverage was a little better. We turned up some pressure a little bit, more, some timely pressure, got them and created some negative plays that really made it hard for them on a couple of those drives. When we just started getting into a rhythm and having some good field position, again, our special teams was fantastic, and then offense was able to have, a few scoring drives there. Had a couple of field goals, and that's all it took. And then we had, the timely turnover, forced the fumble on defense, and then got a great stop there to kind of close it out. So they scored 7 in the second half, and we scored 6. And on a 3-point halftime lead, we did what we needed to do to win.
Brent, especially, we've asked you more about Taylor Line, but especially with Arm Mason out tonight, just how critical for some of the plays he made.
Yeah, he was fantastic. He's exactly who he's been all year, one of our best defensive players, and he's a guy that he's a lot of fun to be around, and he's just got an innocence to him. Again, he loves for you to push him, and he's willing to, again, have the truthful conversations that really good players that are going to improve and develop need to be willing to have. He's a shining example, and then everybody pays attention to all that. And Coach Shave has done a great job with that, with his group, and but he's really become a great leader because he shows up and does the work. He shows up and makes plays, and he's going to give everybody else credit, in doing so. But he was really disruptive again, made some huge plays tonight that helped us. Were real critical, pivotal plays in the game, and really proud of him.
Thank you, Coach.
Yep. All right. Appreciate it.
Players and Coach Arbuckle on the